And we are back for round 3 with our Black-Red Madness deck. We are currently 1-1. One loss partially with the blue-black deck, and then one win with the red-black deck. So we'll be on the play here, and I just want to remind everybody that at the end of this video, I will be opening the extra pack on stream, and I am looking to get some feedback and comments in the section below so that we can build our deck for stage 2 with the input and feedback from you, the viewer. So please stick around to catch the opening of the pack at the end and leave me your comments. Thank you. Let's see here. 2 land and a Slayer's Plate. Pale Rider's a little awkward here, but we can always discard the Ghoul Steed if we want to, if we need a turn 3 play that isn't Slayer's Plate. And then we have Ravenous Bloodseeker for some madness shenanigans should we draw them, so I think it's keep. Opponent goes to 6. We could consider playing the Pale Rider first, discarding the Ghoul Steed instead, because it is a 3/3 and it does beat down quite well. But we will see how this plays out. Town Gossipmonger. Interesting. I suppose the Pale Rider's a little bit better here. Attacks a little bit better. And kind of gets through the Incited Rabble and then trades with it later once it's tapped and forced to attack. I'm really not playing Ghoul Steed anytime soon, and I can always return it later, so why don't we do that? Would like to be able to attack through, and the Bloodseeker just doesn't do a lot. Oh, okay, that's good. That doesn't work either. Okay. We could deadweight that thing. I don't know if I have to. I mean, I suppose it is going to flip, and there may not be better targets for it. This is tough. Alright. Talked myself into it. I'm just going to remove it now. This way our opponent can't play 3-drop and tap to flip the Gossipmonger. Companion might have been a better target for it. Not going to lie. So we can always trade these off, play the Bloodseeker. We can play the Slayer's Plate and equip. Skulk is interesting, not relevant here, unfortunately. Playing the Bloodseeker means that Spiteful Motives could come down next turn, assuming our opponent plays a 4-drop. This is interesting. Am I okay trading a Pale Rider for a companion? I suppose I am. Might be repping a combat trick here. Opponent might not block. Alright, we'll take that block. Now we have options. We can play the Slayer's Plate, suit it up. We can, if we draw a land, we can play Spiteful Motives. We have a few options here. Skitchwing Scab is okay. Mountain. Alright, so Spiteful Motives will kill the Scab. Does set us up for some kind of bounce shenanigans. Like obviously a Just the Win, Madnessing back, Stitchwing Scab would be pretty big game. Think I'm probably okay with that. It is a bit of a tempo hit, and it does suck up a lot of mana on our opponent's turn. So obviously if they don't block, I'm not going to. Alright, let's do this. Set our opponent back. hopefully some amount. And they may not have just the wins. It's not 100% that they have just the wins here. Making the best use of our resources here. And if they bounce the Bloodseeker and we draw land, then we can play Bloodseeker plus Slayer's Plate next turn, or this turn. You know, equipping and attacking, or just playing the Arsonists. So we have a few options. Does not look like the just the wind. Is this a sorcery? No, I guess it's not a sorcery, so this could be done on their turn instead. Uncaged Fury is interesting. I'll just attack and see if they bounce our guy. This could be the Flash Flyer here as well. Holding up a counterspell is an option too. There's a few things. So let's play the Slayer's Plate, obviously, with the intent of equipping it. Okay, they didn't get the Scab back either, which is interesting. Not 100% sure what this means. Going to equip would be pretty big beat if they do have a bounce spell. That sets us back quite a bit. Let's see here. I mean, we could just go for the win as well. We have that option. We can Uncaged Fury, giving it +1/+1 double strike, and then discarding Reduced Ashes. I don't... little hesitant to do that. All right, well, let's try the double strike and see what happens. Just discard the Arsonist, I guess? I mean, if they have bounce, then they played it perfectly. Yeah, okay, so they did have just the wind. Maybe I shouldn't have gone on all in there. Maybe I should have just let the 10 resolve. Oh, they were just faking me out, maybe? Not 100% certain what's going on here, but this is certainly risky. This is definitely a calculated risk. Welcome to the fold. Whoa. All right. I did not see Welcome to the Fold coming. That is interesting. I guess I should have equipped the Slayer's Plate then. Yeah, that is pretty good game, I would say. Interesting. That is a very good play. I did not think about just Welcome to the Fold. That was very interesting. Very good play from our opponent on that one. So Slayer's Plate would have got around that, but obviously Slayer's Plate could have got bounced as well. Taking 9. All right. I guess. We're gonna take a lot of damage here. So probably Reduced Ash is my own thing. That is an extra 1 + 1 or 3 for the discard, so. Definitely out-tempoed on that one. I'm trying to think of what our outs are now. I don't think we have any. Definitely not a Warp Landscape. Maybe I should play it. I think we're just dead here, actually, so I'm just going to pass the turn. So it looks like equipping the Slayer's Plate would have been the correct play, so we'll have to remember that for next time, as going all in might be a little dangerous. Alright, going all in was the problem there. What do I have that can win us this game? Right, the board is a little weak here. Don't really have anything to bring in. And I don't think I want to flip to a different deck. Although the black-green Delirium could be a thing here. We've got a Watcher in the Web, which is decent. And a lot of high toughness things that kind of get around. Welcome to the Fold that's not being discarded. But I think I like the Madness, or the black-red version, so I think I'm just going to run it back. All right, this one is okay, so we're going to keep it. The 2-drop Madness enabler would be very good. Relentless Dead, decidedly not good here. Revenant, okay, could be worse. Although the Town Gossipmonger is going to get out of control here fairly quickly. Yeah. Twins, I guess we'll shut that down, hopefully. I'm not going to block. We're just going to take our 2 beats, probably. Devil Thorn Fox. Oh, this will be good, actually. We can snap off the Incited Rabble here. Pretty much out of nowhere. I will attack here, gain my small amount of life, and then the plan is to Madness out the Twins to block the Rabble. And hopefully, okay, so they have the land to trade for it, but I think I'm okay with that. Actually, we could just block the Fox instead. I kind of like that, to be 100% honest. This only gets beat by a counterspell like Deny Existence, so that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. We do have Murderous Compulsion now, so I could... If I block the Fox, what does that do? I gain a life. Block the Fox, Mob gets bigger. Murderous Compulsion, the Rabble. I don't like any of those. Could just take my 5. I think I'm just going to take my 5 here. Fiery Temper. Fiery Temper is okay, as is Murderous Compulsion. They're both fine here, I think. And we could block with the Revenant and then Fiery Temper, so I think we're just going to do that. Try to get the mana invested in the Incited Rabble first, I think. Opponent doesn't have the double blue for Welcome to the Fold yet. Well, 5 mana's fairly big here. Just block. All right. I will let that happen. Oh, this is +1. I thought it was +2. I will have to deal with that fox at some point here, but not as important for the short term. Mount, okay, I was going to say land is very, very good. I guess I will attack, gain my life. All right, now we're looking okay. Not the best, but okay. Spirit, we probably have to Murderous Compulsion that once it attacks. Ooh, Bloodseeker's decent. All right, let's just attack with the Revenant. Man, missing this double black for the Relentless Dead is kind of punishing us, because we could have been sacking it for vampire value. Make sure I don't tap the black, although it's probably obvious now that I have Murderous Compulsion. Maybe I don't have to kill the Geist just yet. Ooh, another unruly mob. All right. Let's see. Deadweight would be a very good draw. Yeah, I probably don't have to kill the Geist just yet. So I'm going to take my 2. I don't want to pump these mobs out of, like, Deadweight range. And I'm going to have to kill the Fox and the Companion here at some point. I was going to say Swamp is pretty good. So we cannot start looping the Relentless Dead just yet. But it will happen soon. We'll definitely play it here. And I mean, guess, what do we have to get? We have the Waltz, I think. I think we have a Macabre Waltz to get that things back, but obviously I'd like to not sack it here unless I can pay the black mana. To deal with this flyer at some point, we have the Exile, the 5 damage Exile to deal with the Stitchwing Scab. But I'm not sure how we are going to deal with the Geist at this point. Aside from just like a Murderous Compulsion or something. I guess we could Deadweight, but Deadweight's probably better on the Unruly Mob at this point. No attacks at all. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. No attacks is really interesting. Not really sure what that means. I guess they want to be able to hold back and block the Relentless Dead profitably. I guess that makes sense. So I'm just going to keep pinging away here with the Revenant, I think. I wonder what no attacks with the Spirit or the Geist means. And I think the plan is probably to just sack the Relentless Dead for some value. Oh, is this Welcome to the Fold? Welcome to the Fold would be pretty bad. Yeah, Welcome to the Fold on the Aristocrat. So that means I have to sack 2 things. Toughness 2 or less. So we are going to obviously sack... If we sack the Bloodseeker, that's not very good. If we sack the Ghoul Steed, we can get it back. What is the second ability on this one? You may pay X. If you do, return another target zombie creature with converted mana cost X in the battlefield. So I don't have enough to get the Ghoul Steed back this turn, but I could do that later. So I think we sack the Ghoul Steed and the Relentless Dead, because I cannot give up the Aristocrat. Alright, so pay the black for Relentless Dead, yes. No, do not pay that. Alright, now we're cooking. Alright, so he's effectively countered that spell, and we can still Murderous Compulsion something if we wanted to. Alright, I don't think that I do. I mean, maybe I do. Ugh. Do I block the Companion? Do they have a combat trick is the question. I'm going to call. I don't think that they do. That's just a free attack, so... Alright. Now, do I murder the Apothecary Geist? I think the answer is probably no. We can start looping these, getting extra infinite value. We're only taking 1 damage a turn, so not in a huge rush. Alright, now we're going to need to start finding something here. We're probably going to have to kill that Geist now at this point. So if I kill the Geist, they still have 2 spirits in play. Yeah. I think I'm going to kill the Geist here. I mean, our opponent could have better stuff, but we're going to start taking 4 damage a turn here pretty quick. I mean, we could start attacking with the Aristocrat too, but our opponent just like gang blocks with the Companion and the Fox. And that doesn't really work out very well for us in the long term, so. Reduced Ashes is decent. That does not put a counter on the Unruly Mob. Which is interesting here. So we could exile the Unruly Mob. I still don't like the attack here because of the double blocks. I could probably just hold on to the Ashes. Attack with the Relentless Dead. If they block, then they lose 1 thing. And if we wanted to, we could always just sack it. instead if we don't like the blocks. So I think I'm going to do that. Pay 2, sack it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 mana left. That means I can get 2 to sack it, 1 to get it back, and 5 to get the Ghoulsteed back into play. That's not too bad, actually. I feel like we're grinding out some incremental advantage here, and I just can't lose sight of the end goal here. I mean, it could also just get 2 things back instead of sacking it. Like, I could just trade it for an Unruly Mob. Like, that might not be a bad thing. I mean, I could also... Actually, I'd probably also just trade it for a Spirit Token. That's a pretty good game, too. So if they put the Fox plus the Mob in front of it, it's not too bad either. Yeah, I'll kill the Spirit Token here for sure. I can just get, like, yeah, I think this is fine. Ghoulsteed. All right, let's get the Relentless Dead back. Yes. And let's get our Ghoulsteed back. Yes, please. All right, well, we did it. We traded... we killed a spirit, we gained a life, we put 2+1/+1 counters on Unruly Mobs, and we got a Ghoulsteed back. For maximum mana. I was going to say this Reduced to Ashes is going to have to go after something fairly large here, something that will, like, I don't really want to waste it on an Unruly Mob, but I might have to. Sure. So now they can, like, double block and then pop the Spirit back to the hand. All right, I'll take my 1. Go to 12. All right. So now we can start looping the Ghoulsteed Relentless Dead combo. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to do it all. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to do it all. So I think I like just attacking. Maybe I don't attack with the Ghoulsteed. What does the Ghoulsteed trade for? So at this point, attacking with the Relentless Dead just gets double blocked by the Unruly Mobs. And we don't actually gain any value off of that. Could just save our mana. What if the Ghoulsteed attacks? That makes the Unruly Mob kind of large. The Ghoulsteed right now is playing defense fairly well, but this Shepherd is going to start getting in fairly quickly, so we're going to start taking 3 a turn, and I cannot kill it. So if I attack with the Ghoulsteed, they block. That goes to 5, that goes to 4. We can Reduce to Ashes 1, start pumping up everything else. Ugh. I do feel like I need to start putting the pressure on here. But I do also need to be able to block things. All right, let's try this. If they block and make the unruly mobs bigger, I can just exile one. I can deal the 5 damage to it. Kind of just suck it up at that point. Of course, if they double block the Ghoul Steed, that's pretty bad for us. Then we have to kill this other one instead. But the Relentless Dead can always just block the mob for days, so I guess I'm not terribly concerned about that. And then we just have to beat the 3 damage in the air, so... Well, I guess 2 damage in the air, so it's a 6-turn clock after you count the lifelink on our side of the table. Kind of an interesting grindy game. I wish in that game 1 that I had equipped the plate instead of trying to go for it. Being afraid of just the wind was probably more correct than being afraid of Welcome to the Fold, but we shall see how this match turns out. Alright. Definitely kill the unruly mob. %100% okay with that. And I'm going to kill the other one before it gets out of control. Oops. Cool. Now we're in it. Now we are in it. Now the Bloodseeker can start attacking. We can start looping the Relentless Dead a little bit more here. Perfect. Alright. Pay 2. Sack Relentless Dead. Cannot get back that one. Yes. Go nuts. Ooh, Swamp is a pretty good game there. So that makes the Bloodseeker a 5/7. So if they want to trade 3 things for it, I'm totally okay with that at this point. I won't be able to replay the Relentless Dead, but I would be able to kill a lot of things. Excellent. We are in very good shape here, I would say. And now we can get back the Ghoul Steed. Combo-rific. Relentless Dead. Fantastic card. This is a... oh, Moondrakes. Okay, okay. So they get to bounce something. Hit us for 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. I don't think they can swing out, though. Let's see what happens here. Alright. Pay 2, sacrifice creature, and get the Ghoul Steed back. Alright, this is totally comboing off. I am a big fan of this. Big fan. Arsonists. Alright, let's figure this out here. How do we win this game here? We attack with everything, and we make our opponent make some very bad decisions, I think. So first we play the Relentless Dead. So we have a creature to sack. Let's see, if we attack with everything, their best blocks are here. Moondrakes on the Ghoul Steed, and then they like chomp and double block, and then I have to sack the Ghoul Steed plus the Relentless Dead just to keep the Aristocrat alive. It's probably not bad. They might triple block the Aristocrat In which case then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's do that. I think I like this. Opponent's tapped out. Let's make them lose some creatures here. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. That's also fine. That's also fine. Yeah, okay. So I have to sack 2 things. They also have to block here. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so first we sack the Ghoulsteed. Then we sack the Relentless Dead. Getting back Ghoulsteed, which we can't. Yes, thank you. Although we're a turn behind now on the Relentless Dead, but that's no big deal, I think. Opponent doesn't have much of a board. And we can't play anything. All right. We are in it. 8 minutes left on the clock, but we're ahead on clock, which is good. I mean, red for double strike, I guess, doesn't even beat us. So we're... Wow, triple Unruly Mob. That's pretty big. It's huge, actually, I would say. Nice, we got there. All right, that was a fun game. Game 3. How do we get through this? Rush of Adrenaline, trampling over, doesn't really do anything. I guess we save our, like, Reduced to Ashes and Murderous Compulsion for the big flyers. Yeah, let's just run it back for an exciting game 3. I really need a sideboard. Hopefully we open up some sideboard cards in our pack. This sealed event so far has been a lot of crazy game 2s. Yeah, let's keep it. Looks good to me. We could Madness out the Youths if we really want to. With the Neonate. Oh, we also have a Farbog Revenant that can do some things. Murderous Compulsion. We have options. Unruly Mob? Yes. I don't care that much about Unruly Mob, I think. I'm just gonna hit for 1. Play a Swamp and pass the turn. Probably playing the... Well, maybe I'm not playing the Revenant on 3. I'm gonna see what our opponent does. Plays a 3-run. Okay, okay. Let's think about this one here. So, Revenant blocks the mob, but we take 3 from the double Thorn Fox, which I really don't like. I can't Madness out the Youths and get really good value. Deadweight would have been so good here. What can I do? I can Murderous Compulsion the Unruly Mob, which I don't think I like all that much. I mean, honestly, I could just block the Double Thorn Fox. Right? Like, I don't have to get Madness value off the Youths. We're going to be playing it in a couple of turns anyway. Yeah, let's just do this. Pass the turn. Deadweight would be a really good draw. Double Unruly Mob? Sure. Here I am certainly blocking. Yeah, let's block. He gets his +1/+1 counters, but I mean, we, I think, are still in an okay spot. We have Fiery Temper to kill one, and then we can Murderous Compulsion the other one if we really have to. Opponent's only on 4 cards, and they missed a land drop. Oh, and we just have like a Mind Rack Demon. That's pretty good too. Huh. Mind Rack Demon. Do I want a Mind Rack Demon now? Put the pressure on? Like, we kind of... Do we win that race? We kind of... What needs to get in our yard? We have a sorcery and we have an instant. So we need like a land and a creature. I could just pass, Fiery Temper one of the mobs, and then play the Mind Rack Demon. You know what? I'm just going to play the Mind Rack Demon. Let's just do it. We have Warped Landscape to get a land in the yard if we have to, instead of playing Youths. And if we hit, we could just play Youths next turn and just start swinging. And even if our opponent has Angelic Purge, that will set them back like a large amount, unless they sack a creature. Land, creature, enchantment. Oh yeah, so what do we have? Creature, enchantment, and land. I'm gonna have to start playing faster here. But yeah, I guess I can just attack. So now Fiery Temper just prevents us from taking damage. So I might just stop in my upkeep here and pop something. Probably just pop that Unruly Mob. Right? Do I want to do that? Yeah. Just not take any damage. Uncaged Fury. That's decent. So here, like, I'll probably block, and then I can Murderous Compulsion something. So if I block here, gain 1, and then I can just Murderous Compulsion that thing. Call it a day, I guess? Ooh, Pale Rider's pretty good. Let's do that. Discarding the Youths. Casting Youths. Crack for 8. And then Double Strike in the air should be GG next turn. Mind Rack Demon is a very, very fun card to play with. 4/5 flyer is fan-freaking-tastic. Excellent. So it was a little dicey there for a bit. Game 2 was insane. But we ended up going 2-1 on the stage, so that's pretty sweet. So we had 3 really long videos, plus deck building, which is also really long. So I thank you for sticking around to the end here. But we're going to do the opening of the pack. So I'm going to use my play points. We earned 30 play points for going 2-1. You get 10 plus 10 per win, so not too bad. So let's open up our pack, and once again, please leave comments below with what you think we should do with our next deck. And if you can't remember what's in our pool, you can go back to the start and just do a quick review there. So let's do the 40 play points, and we have new product. What did we hide? Okay, it didn't highlight the cards, unfortunately. I was really hoping that it would. So let's do a quick sort by rarity. We opened, ooh, a Burn from Within is our rare. All right, and let's see if we can do a quick discovery here to figure out what else we opened. Let's see here. I don't know. I think we opened a Gone Missing. No red cards. Burn from Within was our only red card, it looks like. We got a Byway Courier in green. Let's see here. Intrepid Provisioner. I don't know if you're new. I don't think you are. We opened a Vampire Noble, which we might put in this deck. And a Grotesque Mutation, which could also make it in. It looks like our blue maybe got a little bit better. We got a Jace's Scrutiny, actually, which is pretty important. Let me look at the spells. No, we had a Jace's Scrutiny before. Interesting. Interesting. So we definitely opened a Burn from Within, which is awesome. I feel like we had a Lamphold Pacifist, didn't we? We had a Pacifist. Oh, Hinterland Logger. We opened a Hinterland Logger. That's new. And we got a Convicted Killer. That's also new. Oh no, we had that. Well, that's unfortunate. I wish it would show us what cards we opened. Alright. Well, I mean, I will let the very smart people on the internet go back and compare this to our first video. I guess we opened a Devil Orthodox 2. But anyway, we definitely got a Burn from Within and a Vampire Noble. So we've got something. Ooh, and a Necropod. That's new too. We might play that one. Is it a zombie? No, it's a slug horror. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching the first stage. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll come back next week with some of your suggestions, hopefully. And I'm a big fan of this deck so far. So a Burn from Within and a Vampire Noble might just help put this deck over the top. Maybe we can cut this Diregraph Colossus or something like that. So thanks again, and we will see you in a week.